is, unseen by most, an underworld. A place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
Yo, man, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, as better yet, nah, I ain't gonna say it. What the fuck is wrong with people? I'm gonna say that. What the fuck is wrong with people? Now, who the fuck is it at? Let me get something. That wasn't what I was looking for. You know what? That's perfect. Yep, that'll do. Let me ask y'all a question. How does someone expose people, but at the same time, where's their symboling? Why would Ice Cube be in that hat? That is nothing new. We all know that each line represents the Hebrew number of 6. So he has 3 6s on his head. Okay. Don Mega, I remember when he came up with that. That's back in the War and Peace album. I remember that. Has he dropped any names? No, he hasn't. He hasn't dropped anything. Okay. Hassan Campbell got into it with everybody because he's saying Gilly sacrificed his son. And he paused when he signed a $100 million contract, and then he cried when he did it, and whatever. Everybody's like, oh, he's disrespectful. Gilly's like, I didn't know they was Muslim. If I didn't know they was Muslim. I mean, I'm sorry. Hassan's like, oh, I didn't know they was Muslim. If I knew they was Muslim, I wouldn't have done that. I don't know. What I do know is they didn't mourn that long until they was right back making videos and stuff. So to me, and then for your kid to be out in the middle of the projects and you have all that money, it don't make no sense. Even if people are saying he's a grown-ass man, nigga, he's 25 years old. He's not really grown at all. He's still a little snot-nosed kid that really doesn't know much. You know what I'm saying? You're really not grown, and it's for everybody. You're really not grown until you hit your 30s. And then your body starts to deteriorate. You start to notice certain things, and then you start to think different. That's when you're grown. And I don't want to scare nobody who's young thinking as soon as you turn 30, your fucking intestines going to fall. That's not what I mean. 30 is a realization decade. If you're lucky enough to make it there. Now, for some reason, everybody's talking about aliens right now. And we're just gonna end this conversation. This shit is starting to get on my nerves. Aliens was an excuse made up to claim who built the pyramids. The Anunnaki lizard person, you can clearly tell that was made up. All that shit's made the fuck up because you guys have been fucking up so long, and these advanced technology having creatures having came and enslaved you or eradicated you. Like no Mars attacks has happened. Why? Because there's no fucking aliens. But why are they bringing up aliens? Because a chef of a president just was found dead. But the weird thing is he was found dead in 8 feet of water, and he's actually a pro swimmer. This guy used to time himself swimming. Like he can swim great. The person who was in the other kayak claimed they saw him struggling. How is he struggling in 8 feet of water? This guy can swim. 8 feet of water is like your standard apartment pool. Starts at 3 feet and then ends at 8. That's not really that deep for somebody who's, professional. Then here's another thing. Who goes kayaking at 7 something at night? to me, you guys are in a fucked up position right now because the homosexuals are taking over society. And I'm not saying that, oh yeah, they're everywhere. No. It doesn't start in, it's just like Hitler. Hitler didn't have all the Nazis until he had the propaganda. He had to start with the propaganda. Then he started to build up his ranks. Then he was able to do what he did. But when he first started, no, he was just talking. You're just talking. Okay. Turns out that Barack, or better yet, a lot of people know this story. In 1999, he was accused of sexual harassment or sexual deviance with a grown man. This grown man testified in court, said that, he witnessed Barack Obama smoking crack, and he gave Barack fellatio. Nobody's believing that. They're saying, nah, it's not true. I mean, look at his wife. Okay. Michelle being Michael is co-language. It doesn't mean that Michelle Obama is not a woman. I don't believe those are her kids, but it doesn't mean that she's not a woman. But that's code language. Why? Because the same shit happened to Obama's chef that happened to the Clinton chef. And they're like, oh, Hillary's chef got killed. What did these cooks see? And what did that lady in the plane that crashed, what did she know? See, everybody's going to talk about floating in the air. We've already discovered that truth with Hindustan being named India in 1947. Why did they do that? Because they didn't want to give credibility to the people that were already here. They never told you in history class that there's more pyramids over here than Egypt. They never said nothing like that. They just kept geeking Egypt out. But they also put that in the back of the dollar. Well, hold up. Hold up. It gets deep. Because you black people, y'all are in this illusion of a made-up culture, but that was given to you courtesy of the boule / through the Dixiecrat or hillbilly or Ku Klux Klan member, however you want to look at it. Because remember, all your HBCUs are down south. So I don't want to hear no shit about, oh, you couldn't have clicked up with them. No, you could have. And that's why they put you on a Afrocentric ideology, which was given to you by white people. You weren't even the first people they gave that curriculum to. They gave it to the foreigners. Why? What was they getting you ready for? What was they patting you on your back for to get your ass to do? Because regardless if black people want to try to diss white people and talk about their pervs and they're the pedophiles or the gays and all that different stuff, I have newsflash for you. The Stonewall activist movement was started by a black person. That was a black guy dressed in drag. Marsha Johnson, something like that. That's a black dude. So hold up. The March for Homosexual Rights is started by a black drag. Okay. The homosexual marriage rights are given by a black president. That's why I have Ice Cube up here, because I'm not in the club and all that. Yeah, you is. You is in the fucking club. That's why you ain't naming no names and you wearing fucking monster hats. Acting like we don't know what that means. We know what that means. Jamie Foxx supposedly cloned. I never even used that terminology. People are breaking down the movie. They're like, oh, the drug dealers, pimps, and hoes, and all the gangsters, these were clones. You're the clone. You guys are the clone. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about you black people. And see how the community had to unite for them to get out of this? Bruh, why is Hollywood pissing on your face right now? Why are they bringing you back all the way to the 70s, showing you where they started this propaganda trail with your gangs and your blaxploitation, with your drug dealers and your pimps and your hoes, just to bring you to the conclusion that you guys have to unite to get rid of these clones? But that's what people have been telling y'all. People, and here's the great thing: nobody should have to tell you that. Nobody should have to tell you that being detrimental to yourselves is not fundamental. That's it should be common sense. But whatever. So they putting y'all on alien talk right now. Meanwhile, the Hunter Biden thing, okay, whatever. But Jesse Jackson just retired. He just stepped down. But why? Because he has a sexual harassment case towards him. But guess who's filing it? A guy. See, sex trafficking is going on, and women are a part of that. You know what I'm saying? They're being sex trafficked. That is true. But all of this started with the disappearance of the little boys. See, I'll show you some real devious shit. This is why they say that about young boys. Oh, they can stay out late. Oh, they can probably do. No. It makes it easier to get them. The whole premise of damn, I forgot the dude's name. Dwight Petrie. I forgot. The dude from Pinocchio, the one who was the bad kid that ended up turning into the donkey and they took him on it. All right, what do you think that's symbolizing? Who do you think Stromboli is? I've been brought this up. Who is Stromboli? And why was he an entertainer, luring in the kids? But it's mainly little boys. Why? Because they can party all night, smoke cigars, drink. It's a boy. Boys will be boys. Interesting. It's interesting that Jesse Jackson is retiring off of a sexual harassment case filed by a man. I don't want to hear that black power is not gay shit. That is some of the gayest stuff that we did because revolutionary turned into criminality. That's where it went. It went straight to say it loud to I got these rocks or I got these needles or bitch get in the car, you drive turkey. It's like, how did it switch that fast? And people could talk about pimping in the 60s, the 50s, and the 40s, but it was never deemed as black culture and it was never popularized or commercialized until the 70s. Isn't that when your Black Panthers truthfully start? Like you could say the late 60s, but doesn't it really start in the 70s? Ain't that really when people start rocking they froze? You know what I'm saying? All this African stuff, all the 70s. Well, that's when the heroin came in. And that's when the blaxploitation came in. But nah, fuck all that. There's aliens around. There's real aliens here. Do you know your sitting president sold y'all up the river? And he's connected with way more than just doing foreign deals with your enemies. He's also connected in a lot of weird, like, pederast type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Sniffing girls' hair, saying weird shit. He's friends with a guy who, legalizes gay marriage, but also has a couple gay rumors on his own. And I've seen old pictures of Barack back in the 80s. I ain't gonna lie, he was wearing some like short shorts. And the way he was hugging up on this dude, like it just wasn't kosher. It didn't look right. So aliens, huh? So is it aliens that are, taking organs? Or is it the Jewish dude that they caught with fucking $75,000 and an Applejack box? What is it? And we're not just blaming them, trust me. They're not the one with the rap song shooting up the neighborhoods at night. So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, are they connected? Is there an inner sanctum going on? Some people are using, because like I told you, all Masons ain't bad Masons. A Mason is just a builder. That has nothing to do with the inner sanctum. All the other cliques, you know what I'm saying? Jesuits, the Rosicrucians, you know what I'm saying? There's different cliques. So we're not going to sit here and just say like, oh, it's just Mason. No. Mason is just a builder. I'm wondering, it's a theory, I mean, call it whatever you want. I'm wondering if the whole point is to get rid of manhood, the standing figure that represents Father God, and substitute it with homosexuality, women's leadership with no leadership, because we're not talking about a matriarchy where we're discussing things. That's not what built Egypt. You know what I'm saying? What built Egypt was a patriarchy. It had to be built first. You guys are talking about a matriarchy. That's when ruling is going on. That means conversations. Who's being able to speak in matters. So technically, America is a matriarchy because there's women all in the Senate. There's women voting. There's all different types of stuff. So it's like, it's not patriarchy in the sense that you guys use it. Patriarchy just means male leadership. That's what it means in chain of command, order, from general, colonel, on your way down. Protocol, you know what I'm saying? That's all that means. That's all patriarchy really stands for. It's just protocol. It's just male rule, order. Y'all don't want that. Y'all want a matriarchy, but like I said, Egypt was already built. You know what I'm saying? There is no women dictating anything during Narmer's rule. When Narmer brings the North and the South together, there's no females ruling. Females don't start ruling in Egypt for a while. It takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't really that females were ruling. It was more or less their feminine energy was represented as laws or the structure. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's the laws of Ma'at. It's like, it's not talking about we put a female in front of the dudes in battle. It's like, who would do that? Who would do that? Even the woman wouldn't want to do that. She's not going to want to be in front of all the bloody swords while you're in the back. What kind of ignorance is y'all on? No, it's not going down. But that's what they're trying to make it into. But it's not. I don't believe it's our fault when it comes to all these, gender war conversations. It's like, who's really setting that up? Who really doesn't like y'all straight people? Truthfully, if you had to guess, because people keep talking about scapegoats. You want to use other words that people are going to run away from or say is make believe. No, let's call it what it is. Are the Hollywood top elites, is one of their games, one of their strategies is to effeminize or remember they study Egypt, so they know who Set is. They know the contention of Set and Horus. They know what that means. You know what I mean? So why would you want to defile a man like that or embarrass? You know what I'm saying? Humiliate. Is one of these forms homosexuality? Yes, that's what we're hearing about all, ever since we grew up. Okay, all the weird stuff. They say, Hollywood, they're worshiping evil. Okay, there's evil people. Okay, you got the Catholic priests. They touching little boys. Okay, they reading the Vatican. The old papers from the Vatican. Okay, these people made the discovery, the land of discovery, or whatever the hell they called it, where it's like basically if they just come here, they can just take over your stuff and kill you. It doesn't matter that you're there. It doesn't matter what you're talking about, your law, anything. Is like, they made it a law in the world to where they could just take people's stuff. It was the Catholics. So you got evilness tied in with religion, but wait a minute, of course, because this negativity is coming, you're hearing about it through a religion. So it would have to be a religion of on its own. Okay. You're telling me that the same people that are talking about aliens, separating themselves from higher thought, are going to have all this shit crashing down right now. You know what I'm saying? Black people in the Senate that was that are Democrats that was doing business with Epstein. Nobody's saying anything. Dirty ass Joe Biden and his son. in his family, everybody getting paid. Nobody saying anything. Cocaine found. Nobody saying anything. Obama chef just 7:30 at night. He kayaking at night. Oh, it's cardiac arrest. He didn't have no safety vest on. Neither did Barack, and we seen him fall off the kayak and hop right back on it. Oh, it's hard, dog. This is a professional. He was young, hip, shaped. You know, he was fine. Nope, nearly gone. What do you know? I'm not trying to be no conspiracy theory. I'm trying to tell people this, yo. All that wallow stuff, because remember they fake deaths all the time. All that controversy with men versus women. We gotta really take in mind something. Now they dumping off the aliens. Now they coming at you with aliens again. And it's like y'all in y'all one life ain't seen no fucking alien, bro. You got a PlayStation, you got cars, you got guns, you got all this shit. Why the fuck would they be afraid of you if they got more advanced technologies than you? We credit aliens for having telekinesis. That means they can move things without being there. So why the fuck would they be afraid of us? And anybody who's played Mortal Kombat, we know what Kenshi does. She will squish your whole damn body with his mind. It's like, bro, why would what? Come on, man. You ever seen Fifth Element? What was that thing in space they was fighting against? Motherfucker, that shit used to bleed people's brains. Your brain would be bleeding right in front of you, just sucking the blood out. It's like, yo, that's just in our minds. But we're keep crediting these people for being advanced. And there ain't no fucking advanced technology. It's the old science of the ancients, and they're just it's just like the rotary dial to the fucking cell phone. It's the same thing. It's just they're upgrading. They just keep upgrading. They took the old scrolls and they just upgraded. But here's the problem though. The people that are talking about what they're calling conspiracy, which really is just devil worship. That's all we're talking about. We're just talking about some wicked motherfuckers. Okay, we know that exists because they don't teach you that India is Hindustan until 1947. They don't teach you this. They're not giving you the information. They're telling you about Indians and America and bruh. Slave boats with the same amount of people that white slaves came in at. It's weird. But that's the reason. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm like, yo, this is the reason that they're doing all of this. All this is to cover up the fact that the American Negro is the original Indian. That's what it is. And they keep warping and using and juicing their talents for their own gain, but at the same time, they're destroying the moral compass of the American Negro. They're destroying it. How the hell did the stripper become the ideology of a girl? How did the gangster become the ideology of a boy? It doesn't make any sense. And who would allow this around their people? And why are they keeping arguments like black guy, white cop, when they know that if they don't have police in their neighborhoods, they're just going to keep going downhill like they've been doing? Sound like a catch-22. It's a fucked up game, huh? But that's just for you black people. Don't get it confused. Look at all the white kids. They're cutting off body parts, dog. They're in court, motherfucker. They talking about they don't even have sexual feelings no more. Now they really are pansexual. Look at that. Just making motherfuckers dry. Just saying dumb shit like, yo, I don't really have any sexual feelings, period. Well, then get the fuck off the planet, because even the animals love. So if you ain't got no side to choose on what you're loving, then fuck off. How the hell you got the audacity to think because you're a human, you can just fuck up the whole circle of life? No, you're a fucking bozo. Get the fuck out of here. But no, we're not saying anything like that. We're respecting feelings, even though who cares? Who cares about a person's feelings who is not adding nothing to reality? You're not adding nothing to humanity. You can't even bring another person around. Then you're talking about doctors. No, you're dealing with scientists. When you cryogenically freeze something, you are stopping the natural process from proceeding. That is science. That's not a doctor. Doctors heal. Doctors take care of. Doctors do the natural things to keep things naturally. That's what a doctor does. The original doctor dealt with herbs. That was the medicine. They changed herbs into their medicine, their rat poison, liver destroying fucking bullshit that you really don't need. You keep thinking it's simpler. No, it's not. It's simpler to just get the burdock root, fucking saffron. Get your needs. Go out there. It was already there for you anyway. But when did that happen? Motherfuckers are acting like this, like an aspirin is fucking like 1,000 years old. No, it's not. bro, no. A lot of this shit, my people just lost rule 531 years ago, and we acting like motherfucker, this shit is forever. No, nigga, we just lost it. Just got hit in the head. Y'all talking about some stupid slavery shit? Bro, there was black slave masters all over this motherfucker. Shut up with that shit, all right? There was slave masters, fucking black, who started this shit. They're the ones who started it, fool. Well, you hear about no fucking slavery no more from black people when they the ones who started this shit all over the earth. You're the original slave masters. So shut the fuck up. The only one who's not credited to that shit until the white dudes show up is what they call the American Indian. But well, yeah, that is true because we really didn't have prisoners of war. We would just bash your head in on the rock or fucking split your fucking heart open on the fucking altar and shit. And we wasn't really known for the prisoners of war. We scalp motherfuckers. Peel your whole scalp back. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? They got pictures of this shit still to this day. White dudes scalped. Motherfuckers like, God damn, this nigga still alive? Yep, sure is. Ran in with an Indian. He didn't finish so well. But I say that to say this, yo. Facts is facts, man. It's that energy that they're afraid of. And they're surprised that it came back. So now it's full throttle. Now everything is just boom, 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 boom. Look, we got aliens coming back again. Wait a minute. Aliens supposedly, that's your excuse for the pyramid. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Of course, it has to be something from beyond that's cool with everybody to do something that only a few did, and there's only the most on one part of the globe. And it's the globe that y'all called the New World just because it was new to you. But honestly, it was older than you. It's cool. I have a problem with no African or no Africans. I have a problem with the new African and motherfuckers that be talking shit like they know history. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all not rocking it like that. Y'all want that African stuff, keep it. That's fine. But over here is where the real illusion institutions are. This is where Hollywood came from. This is where the music industry came from. The industrial industry came from. What the fuck y'all talking about? The airplane, the train, the automobile. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all go all the way to fucking Germany for your fancy car, not even realizing the American invented that shit. Germany had the Volkswagen. Who gives a fuck? That ain't a lack, motherfucker. That's not a DeVille, all right? Oh, no, we don't care about American cars anymore. It's funny, y'all don't care about it, but I could have swore Toyota and Lexus share the same fucking engine. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? A Toyota Camry and a fucking Lexus is basically the same thing, just different name. Ain't that about a bitch? But whatever, people don't know anything, right? Everybody's stupid. Stay up, yo. Remember, it's aliens out there, guys. Be afraid. It's aliens. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It's aliens. Nobody can front. If I was an alien and I had all these powers and power, bro, I would not be helping nobody in no fucking ghetto. I damn sure wouldn't be helping those selfish, rich pieces of shit. I would have been linking up with all the smart people on Earth, not no fucking child molesters or what else is that other shit? Trying to put chips in people's heads and taking Bohemian Grove, representations of children getting thrown in fires and shit. Even if they say it is a bundle of sticks, it's still some faggot shit if you notice. But I'm saying that to say this. Y'all gotta be careful, man, because they're gonna keep you on a dumb mission. I notice most people don't give a fuck. Most people just gonna live their life right in the ground, and this cycle of pain is just gonna continue. And it's like it really doesn't have to, though. It really doesn't. You guys are grown now. Well, I believe that's people I'm talking to. If you're young, whatever, okay, maybe you won't get it. But it's like at the reasonable age, you should know by now that the world is not what you think it is. And if you truthfully believe in God, then you know God is a living being. You know God is not off the earth. God right here. God controlling the whole game, but I don't believe that God is wicked. I believe God is duality. So it's like there is no emotion in it. But what path do you want to set forth for the young and the old? Because both of these stages you're supposed to meet. You might not be blessed enough to meet both, but you're supposed to meet both. You know what I'm saying? And that's the science. I mean, somebody has to be the grand vizier, the one who's whispering in the ears of the king. Like, wait a minute, sire, how could you execute this man? He's built, countless dungeons and castles for us. He's blueprinted a lot of things. I mean, we should at least give him a chance to work for us, before we get rid of these great hands and this great mind that's doing all these great things. You have to think. So I say like this, yo, Q, suspect, son. Suspect is fucking wearing that hat. Can't believe you did that. And it's like I was riding with you for a second, but nope. Jumped out the woodwork, showed it, and I'm like, oh. Maybe this is why Mac 10 don't fuck with you. Maybe this is why you don't fuck with Mac 10. Maybe Mac 10 found out some shit about your ass. Who knows? But I do know this. The alien talk, the Jamie Foxx clone, the I'm not in the club, all this stuff. Oh, Gilly Kid getting killed, him crying over the contract. All this stuff is adding up to, why is all this stuff coming around voting time? Why does Kamala Harris want you to not realize that after slavery comes George Washington Carver? You know what I'm saying? That's not a white school he went to. It's like he ended up being a professor when W.E.B. Du Bois offered him the job, but it's like he was already a scientist. He's the one who invented it. Okay, this is after slavery. What do you mean? Oh, there was no benefits slavery. What are you talking about? You are the craftsman. You were the inventor. You weren't just picking cotton. Get that corny shit about it. See, that's what they was trying to do. And black people not realizing that they're not getting it because they off of mumbo jumbo. It's like, no, you just have to know the truth. The truth is you are the innovator. You are the best thing smoking. And just because somebody put a title on it and called it slave, that don't mean nothing. You call it slave, you call it apprentice. Same fucking thing. Switch slaves up for white people, but they know they were slaves too. It's the same number. Chessboard shit. I can't wait till I do that. The 300,000 slaves, chessboard, all day. Why did that happen? And why is it 300,000, 33? These niggas is nice. Niggas is the dog. The magic number 3. I'm gonna do that joint too. I'm gonna blow y'all mind with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave y'all with this: the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Oh, that's just one of the magic 3s. There's so many of them. If you notice, what is he talking about? The big 3. Everybody knows that number and what you can do with it. You can go either way. But we're gonna talk. Joe, son, what y'all think? You think shit just happens? Or do you think it's a major conspiracy to turn everybody to a fruitcake so y'all can't repopulate and remember somebody else can take over this land? Because this is the funny thing. Y'all, Americans is known to say stupid shit that don't make any sense. They'll say stuff like, oh, well, there's billions of people on the planet. Yeah, but not in your nation. See, you keep acting like everybody's united. No, that's not true. There's people that punch you in your mouth and take what's in your pocket. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If that was the case, then there would be no crime. There would be no issues. But no, there is. So, obviously, that can't be. So, you only have 300 million. 300-something million. Because you just got another 6 of illegals. And see, you cool with that. You're not even making any sense. You don't know these people's background. Oh, they're escaped refugees. You're a fucking idiot. Why would you even say some dumb shit like that? Do you know how many people have robbed a bank and then walked into a crowd and acted like they were there for that parade? But they weren't. They just robbed a bank. The fuck is wrong with you? What do you think people are doing? You think people don't know the difference between 350 and 1450? Okay, but this motherfucker raped people all through his fucking country. And then he's going through several different countries to come to yours. Oh, what about their backgrounds? Who gives a fuck about their backgrounds? I could have found that out if you just went to the port. Oh, where the drugs coming from? Through the port? Oh, who's carrying them? Americans? Are they Latino though? See, that's something they're not saying on TV because they don't want to sound racist, but that's true. The only motherfucking Americans getting caught trafficking drugs through the border, the port, would be a Hispanic or a white person. Ain't nobody else doing that shit. You got your fucking money. Ain't no Asian doing that shit. He lucky to make it this far. Ain't no black person doing that shit because nigga, they wouldn't even trust y'all. It's California type shit. Y'all going through the California border or Texas border. Mexicans and black people ain't even super cool like that. So knock it off. That wouldn't even happen. You got to know how to speak Spanish. And then lastly, it just don't make no sense. Now that's no dick to the Hispanic brothers, the ones or sisters that's really trying to come up here and change their life. No, we're not talking about them because those ain't never getting talked about. When they talk about splitting up from your families, they be splitting children up. Oh, these weren't even their kids. These are sponsors. They motherfuckers be having Sharpie phone numbers written on them. They found like 1,400 kids with Sharpie's number written on them. Other motherfuckers with bracelets and shit talking about what cartel they from, how much money they owe. Like, bruh, y'all not watching what's going on and who's letting this shit go down. Why? Because that's the adrenochrome thirst rush. That's all the evil shit that we're talking about. It's about saving the children. Well, that's all it's been about, guys. Catch up. Yo, man, whatever. Believe in the alien, yo. Have some alien fun. Have some aliens, yo. Go fly in space again, yo. Go argue about time continuum when ain't none of y'all gonna take an Elon Musk fucking spaceship trip. Dog, they got 3 fucking flying cars right now. Elon's got his coming out soon. China already has one, and then this dude just showed his off 3 to 4 weeks ago. They talking about flying in the air. Now, I don't believe it. I seen the video, seen the bullshit. The China one was a little different. It was more of a hoverer, and actually, I believe that flew. Elon Musk, I ain't seen that off the ground yet, but I do know he does space work, so maybe he'll be able to make that happen. 300,000. It's going price. It's like a Maybach when they first came out, 300,000. But yeah, I think 300,000 for the Maybach was just a down payment. I think altogether it was like $500,000. But 300,000. Now here's the thing. Y'all talk about aliens. Now y'all really gonna lose your mind. Because once they get these off the ground, or if these are the things that you have been seeing, it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be something else, yo. But yo, they ain't no alien work, man. Stop worrying about that. Y'all gotta worry about the facts. The facts is, yo, they played us out. Something filthy. And got everybody on a dumb mission, worried about the wrong shit. That's all right. Hope everybody's enjoying. Hope everybody's having fun. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Have fun. Think of what you think. Just know, man, we got things to do. Got things to do, man. And when they try to run up and they act like I don't know what I'm talking about, and they want to flip and have, all these subscribers. Because remember, you're leading people straight to hell. The more people you got and you don't know what you're talking about, the more you lead them to hell. You know what I'm saying? Me, I ain't tripping. I like being underground. I like being in the backyard. You know why? Because that's where everybody go to chill. And that's where they learn the real. And when people argue with that, I just simply tell them straight up.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
On that note, go.